Hey everybody, it's Mike from Mike's in the Kitchen here. You know, it's a beautiful day here in Palm Springs. It's actually 115 degrees. And I know some of y'all are saying, oh my gosh, that's hot. Yeah, and we've got about 27 to 30% humidity, which really isn't anything if you're on the East Coast or outside of California. But for us, it's a big thing. But you know, right now, this time of year, you got a lot of great fruits and vegetables that are in season. And you know, one of the greatest things is corn. I grew up in South Carolina where we had farmers that would just, you could go pick your own or walk up to the stand. I mean, they're on the side of the road. They're at the beginning of their fields or their orchards, and it just makes a huge difference. So, roasted corn, love it. One of the best ways to cook it is to cut off all the silk, open up a little bit, throw a little bit of water in it, and put it on the grill, on the top shelf grill, and let it cook in the husk. And when you open the husk, all the silk falls off, and then you can add in your salt, pepper, butter, whatever you want. If you put it in water, it cooks it, but the problem with that is that the water will take a lot of the nutrients out. And I don't think you want to drink corn water. I don't. I'd rather eat the corn. But roasting it is really the way to go. I'm going to do it in the oven, 425 for 25 to 30 minutes. So what I have here is 3/4 of a stick of butter. It has Italian seasoning, crushed black pepper or cracked black pepper, salt, and tiny bit of kosher salt. So what I'm going to do is, let me set this down and see if I can get the camera to move so you can see that all the corn's there. So I'm just going to drizzle this on. And I made individual little boats for the corn. So right now all the butter's getting on there. So now I will take a little spoon and get some of the other stuff. The Italian seasoning was just 1/4 of a teaspoon, and that was it. So, oh man, these are going to be so good. Like I said, they're going to go in the oven at 425 for about 25 minutes. And let me show you. So there you have it, 4 ears of corn. Like I said, they're on their own little boats. They can't leak. You can also use a pan like this if you want. You can put them in the skillet, however you want. Doesn't matter, as long as they get in there. So these are going to go in, and you'll see me in a little bit. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, I'm back, and guess what? It's time for the corn to come out of the oven. Let me grab it here. When you don't have pot holders, you got handy dandy kitchen towels. Oh, buddy, let me tell you. I don't know, can you hear that sizzle? Take a look. Look. Oh, yeah. So, as you know, corn's in season right now. And if you know how to blanch corn to put it in the freezer, I recommend doing that because, you know, this time of year the corn is just awesome. And not to say that the frozen corn you get from the freezer section of your local grocery store is not good. I know, growing up in South Carolina, and also the corn that we get here in Palm Springs, that a lot of this fresh corn is just, you can't deny it. It is just totally awesome. This was white corn. It looks a little yellow right now. I don't know why, but hey, maybe a little magic of the oven. But, grab my tongs here. And they are slippery. Might as well just grab a knife. So, really good. There's a little bit of silk still left on there, but it's fine. It's not going to hurt anything. So, the corn, after being cleaned, I rinsed off. I took 3/4 of a stick of butter. You can use a whole stick of butter. And this was just your local butter. It was not, you know, I prefer Kerrygold, but I didn't use it. Cracked black pepper, fine grain or fine ground kosher salt, which is right here. You can see how fine it is. And a quarter teaspoon of Italian seasoning, all mixed up. The butter certainly melted. I made these little boats here, as you can tell, and each one contained the butter. But you can also use something like this to put them in. So the corn was cleaned, put in the boats, the aluminum boats, and then they were put in the oven at 425 degrees for 25 minutes, and that cooks it. They're done. This is, it's gonna be a great meal because I have some steak left over from last night, so it's gonna be really good. So this is how you make corn, and 25 minutes. It did not heat the house up that much. I couldn't tell. I mean, it's hot anyway, so I really couldn't tell. But this is a great way to have a nice meal, and yeah, it's a great way to have a meal. And so I'll put this up on. It'll be on YouTube. Which, by the way, you go to YouTube, look, search for Mike's in the Kitchen. MikesinTheKitchen. You'll see my face. Click that subscribe button. Every time I put a video up or do something on YouTube, you'll get notification. Love the subscribers. When I say we, it was at the urging of my webmaster that I get it done properly. So I'm getting it all done and having a great time at it. And it will also be up on the website as well. So until you see me again, remember, food is what brings people together. Have a great night. Have a great week. The best to everybody, and I'll talk to you later.